But let's keep moving. And I'm glad that you said that last one was the game of the round because that means your team's not playing in the game of the round on Saturday. Talk to me about your Cowboys side. They obviously came in last week. They demolished the South Sydney Rabbitohs, let's be honest. I think if we did the podcast, Cheeky and Ton, you might have said they're going to win, but to see them win by a 20-plus margin.
Did I see the scoreline? No. I'll admit that. I did not expect the scoreline that happened. Did I expect them to win? Yes, but...
Yeah, so like I'm saying, 20-plus margin, obviously it wasn't something you expected. Talk to me about this squad. Drinkwater's playing brilliant. Tom Dearden, Chad Townsend, it is what it is. But the rest of the squad, they are bouncing. They're playing good football. They're in Origin, some of them. They're playing great. Robson got his debut. I thought he did a good job for the New South Wales side. He kind of got screwed over without having that replacement for part of that game.
I think he did well for 80 minutes in Origin, really.
I think he did well,
get a breather, I think he did brilliant.
But I think if you look at his whole game, I'd say that first 30 minutes is what we expected from him. Come in, be hard, take the line, run it. Whereas I think he was less effective. And not saying he played bad in the second half, but he was less effective because he was fatigued. He didn't have that another player to come on, tear apart, and he comes on against a tired defense where I think if he could, we're sitting here going, he was New South Wales' best player, if I'm being completely honest. But obviously, due to the fatigue, Payne Haas probably does take that role. But talk to me about this side. Talk to me about last weekend's result, and we'll jump into who you're playing, and we'll go from there.
Hey, look, you got Scotty Drinkwater, the future Blues fullback. You got Semi Valmami, who's keeping the Mr. Kyle Felt, the Mr. Queensland Cowboys try scorer, out in the extended bench. Val Holmes. I looked up the other day. I was like, Val, he's going to be like pushing almost 30. He's going to be like our age or a bit older. He's only like 28, 27. So we got another like 5-6 years of him.
Hey, don't say our age. I'm only 28, mate. If we're going to talk about 30, you can talk about your age. I've still got a year and a half until I get to that.
Well, I just assume that you are 30 because you look old. But anyways, there's still another 5 years of him dominating at Origin. Pidiku, he's on his way out. Maratonga, mate, 21, 22, he's going to kill it. Tom Dearden, the future halves pairing of Queensland, Chad Townsend. There was all these rumours about him wanting to go out, and there was photos of him packing up his house into a moving truck. Yeah, that was just him moving to a different house, a nice, much nicer house, which they didn't obviously follow. You got Jordan McLean who's on his way out, Reece Robson. He's going to be the future of Blues hooker, Cohen Hess, Big Lucci, Jeremiah Nanai, Queenslander, Ruben Cotton, Queenslander, Jake Granville, the man that can come on, doesn't know what he's really doing. He sniffs around the ruck, not really playing 9, but he'll do a job. Griffith Namey, JTB, KF, I think and Jason Tamalolo, who also didn't play last week at the last minute. So, again, we won without him. As my elder sister would say, my one-man team, because Jonathan Thurston was just a one-man team. But, rightio. You got Kyle Felt, Sam McIntyre, Jake Konkowski, and Zach Labour all on the extended bench. There's not much to say because we beat the Penrith Panthers, beat South Sydney. That's it. We'll just skip over into the next game because we're both going to tip the Cowboys. I don't care. I'm going 30 plus. You'll probably go 1-12. That's cool. We'll skip over the other team because no one wants to talk about that team either again.
Well, we won't talk too much about it, but we will give
they just got so much. This is just... All right, go.
We will give them the time of day because we all know what happened last time, last year when these two teams met last year, and you guys had to rob them.
You mean last year or earlier this year? I thought
the last time he played them last year, where he's had to claim that you won fairly when you absolutely robbed the Tigers of 2 points and ruined their chances of
we won fair.
A run.
It was fair. It was so fair.
Yeah, it was fair, but like you said, what comes around goes around. So I'm looking forward to the time where you guys get screwed over and you start to cry about
I hope this is another. And I hope this is another one. I hope we screw them over even harder, and they put another petition in.
Screw him over, but let the goat in number 16 score another try because he did get hit off the mark.
No, you know what? He won't score another try in his life. He won't score.
You know what? I reckon he's one of those players now that monkey's off the back. He's going to relax a little bit off his back. I was going to say bucks, but I said back. The monkey's off his back. He's going to come in. He's going to play relaxed, and I think he will score a couple tries towards the back end of this year.
You know what? I was hoping that David Clement just stole the ball and put it down for himself because
you're a bad man. You're a bad man, Baxter. But again, like you said, there hasn't been a lot of, I guess, shining lights for the Tigers this year. Obviously, Appy being injured was a massive nail into the coffin. But obviously, let's look at Jareem Buller. He has been a fullback. He's young. He's come in. He has looked really well. So let's look at the positives here. You do have a young squad. You've got Bullard. You've got Tupu. You've got To'o. You've got Wakeham. You've got the players, Papali, I guess you've got for a few years, John Bateman. You've got the players that moving forward, you can do something special. Now, I'm not saying for a Tigers perspective, doing something special is winning a premiership because let's be completely honest, they're probably 10 years away from that at the earliest with how the other teams are playing. But I think you can start to give your fans hope that let's dig in for the next 8 weeks, 9 weeks. Let's get a few results. Let's finish between 12th and 17th, the top half. Let's try and aim for 12. If we can get 12, then next year, we aim for 8th. Let's slowly make our way back to finals because all it takes is a final appearance and you start to sign some more big-name players that are going to come in. Now, the big one, let's talk about it. Brooksy, he's off to Manly.
Is that like as of now?
No. It's as of next year.
So what's he out for? What's he doing? Because
we got injured a couple of weeks ago, so I'm assuming it's still that injury that's holding him out. He got injured about 2 weeks ago, so I'm assuming it is still that just before Origin 2 because everyone was making the joke about he's in Origin contention.
Well, at the moment, I will touch on it. Dane Laurie, is the number 6 name for this West Tigers side. So Stafford Toa at the moment, I don't see him on the list at all. Nah, he's removed out of the whole squad. So Dane Laurie is now your 6. Again, you talk about Dream Buller. I've got him down for Rookie of the Year. You got Brayden Wakeham and Dane Laurie, who are halves pairing that I don't think will work together well with the week's preparation. Probably David Clement and John Bateman are your men that have to go forward, but both of them are starting, and one's going to come off, the other's going to come off later. So what else do they have going forward? They have this again. They have it looked like that all this drama off the field had stopped when they were winning, when they looked good, and now it's come all back with Scott Fulton in recruitment, butting heads with Benji. Benji apparently is reported that he wants out. He's going to leave. Apparently it's been knocked on its head and said no. I don't know. Is this much of a basket case of a club as the St. George Illawarra Dragons? Take your pick because any of them could be it right now. But I don't have any positives apart from that middle period where they won against Penrith. They played well the week after. They played well the week before that win as well. They had a good little period where it just seemed to be no outside noise from the office, which filtered down into the playing group, which meant they showed some results on the field, especially with us. You know, that 66-6 at Leichhardt, Brooksy's 200th, playing wet weather football at Bathurst. I just don't know. No Appy as well hurts them. But yeah, I don't have any positives to say that on this side, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it because it's just going to be all negative, and we don't want to be negative on this show. We're all about smiles and positivity here, but Unfortunately, I like it when the Tigers have the bye.
Well, like you said, obviously you've gone Cowboys 13 plus. I'm going to side with you. I think if they didn't get that win last week, I would have been saying maybe 1-12. Can the Tigers hold on? But I think you showed me enough in attack last week that I think this is going to get ugly. I think this could be a game where I'm not going to say a repeat because they did obviously touch you up last time you played them. They put on a massive score earlier this year, but I will say I think the roles get reversed a little bit and you guys kind of touch them up this year. And I don't think 50 is out of reach if you guys play how you played against the
What do
South
you mean?
Sydney.
We're going for 70. We're here for 70
All right,
to
calm
0.
down, delusional Cowboys. He's won one
We
game.
are here for 70 plus.
But we are in agreement. We both think this game is going to go 13 plus. But Baxter, let's keep